Hi, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film this video because even though we're well into the year, I wanted to have it to look back on at the end of the year because sometimes I have a TBR and I literally don't read a single book on it. But I want to see if I can do it this year. I want to look back and see how many of them I read and how many I didn't read, but hopefully I could get through all of them by the end of this year. So, the first book that I want to read, and probably my most anticipated read, is Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. I have been waiting for this for so long, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared to read it because a lot of people have been saying that one of my favorite characters is going to die. I hope that that doesn't happen because I can't handle that. But I'm really excited for that. I think that actually comes out really soon, like maybe in 2 weeks or something. The 7 Year Slip, I have seen so many people read this recently, and I've never heard a single bad thing about it. So I'm really excited to read this. A Little Life. Oh my god. I have said in 2021, I'm going to read this. In 2022, I'm going to read this. And then 2023, I literally bought it at the end of the year. It was like November or something. And I'm like, okay, this is the year. I finally am going to read it. Like, I own it. And I still didn't read it. I don't know what happened. I think I really intended to, but it just never happened. So will 2024 be the year? I hope so. Funny Story by Emily Henry. That's coming out on April 23rd, which is my birthday. So my only birthday plans is to go to the bookstore and get that and just read it all day. Although every time I say I'm going to read something the same day it comes out, I don't know. I just always save it for a special time. So we'll see. Maybe those are my birthday plans, maybe not. Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. This book that I've had for a while too. And I started reading it and I stopped. I don't know why. It's not like I wasn't enjoying it, but also this is the last Sally Rooney book that I have to read. And I don't know if she's going to come out with anything else soon. I feel like she really should because I miss her writing so much. So I'm going to read this one soon. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I really enjoyed that book last year. It was one of my favorite romances of the year. So I think I'm really going to enjoy this next book too. Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. Okay, so the synopsis talks about four sisters, or I think it's three sisters, and they're mourning the death of their last sister. I don't exactly remember. And I feel like the way that Coco Mellors wrote Cleopatra and Frankenstein, she's going to write that really well. And I think it sounds really interesting. So I'm really, really excited for that one. Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I like most of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books that I've read. I only didn't like Malibu Rising, which is fine. I feel like every author has like one book that I don't love. For Emily Henry, it's People We Meet on Vacation. But I really feel like I'm going to enjoy Carrie Soto's Back. Also, I kind of want to learn how to play tennis this summer. So maybe I'll read it and to get into the mood. Series that I want to finish. I definitely want to finish the ACOTAR series. I enjoyed the first one and people say it only gets better. So I could see that 100% happening, finishing the entire series. Maybe I'll do one a month. And then I also want to finish the Addicted Calloway series. I binged that so hard at the end of last year. I think I read like four or three of the books in this series within a couple days. It was really bad. But the reason why I paused is because the next one I have to read is Thrive, and it's about Lily and Lo, and they're like my least favorite couple in that series. I feel like that's an unpopular opinion, but yeah, I don't love them as much as the others. So I'm kind of just taking a break. Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I pretty much love all of Lauren Asher's books except for Wrecked. I didn't like that one at all, but all the rest are amazing. So I'm excited for this one too. The Orange and Other Poems. I saw one of them on TikTok and I thought it was so beautiful, so I want to read the rest of the collection. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. So I loved Every Summer After and I hated Meet Me by the Lake. And as I said, I feel like every author has that one book that didn't hit. And so I hope that Meet Me by the Lake was it and that's enough and the rest of her books will be great. I kind of really think it'll be good though. I'm looking forward to it. Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I feel like people talk about Ali Hazelwood a lot, and the only book I've read by her is The Love Hypothesis, and I enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna like this one too because people say that it's better. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably read it during Valentine's Day or something, like around that period, so that I can get into the Valentine's Day mood. So these two books that I have, Perfume by Patrick Susskind and Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, they're classics. And I feel like with classics, I always know the general idea of the story, or I kind of know what happens for the most part, but I never actually read them myself. And so, you know what it is? I know like the Sparks Notes version of it, but I never actually read them myself. So I really want to read these two this year. I said that I wanted to get more into fantasy this year, and the three that are on my radar are Once Upon a Broken Heart, Powerless, and Fourth Wing. I hope those are easy enough for me to get into, and I think they will be, so fingers crossed. While loved by Elsie Silver, I enjoy Elsie Silver's books. Probably not as much as everyone else, but they're still like easy reads, especially during the summer. That's the kind of thing that I want to read. And I kind of feel like it can only get better, so I'm looking forward to that one too. I'll definitely read it. Swift and Saddle is the second book. I don't even know what the series is called, but it's the second book to Done and Dusted. And I read that last summer when I was in a book slump. And it was like one of the only books that I liked all summer. So I'm excited for that. Binding 13. Oh my god. I saw this book in Target the other day. Like they have different covers now. And I was like, oh my god, I forgot that book exists. But I literally own a physical copy of that book, but it's in storage because it was just so big and heavy. I couldn't travel with that. And I also own it on Kindle. Like I own this book in two different versions. I should definitely just read it already. A Perfect Vintage by Chelsea Fagan. I really want to read this while I'm like on the beach in Nice just relaxing this summer. I feel like it's going to be the perfect beach read. Yellowface has literally been on like every list of the best books of 2023. Like you could look it up on Amazon or Goodreads or literally anything, and Yellowface is probably on that list. So I really want to read it and see if it's worth the hype, or if I like it. It's probably worth the hype, but I don't know if I'll like it or not. But the synopsis for it sounds really interesting, so I'm actually excited to read that too. So yeah, that's my 2024 TBR, and at the end of the year, I'll come back and see how many of them I actually read. Hopefully, it's all of them. I already own some of them, so I should just start here and yeah, get through the list. If you have a book that's being released this year and you're really looking forward to it, it's on your 2024 TBR, please comment what it is. I would love more recommendations. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!